welcome to this tutorial on fill functions in Excel. In this video, we'll see fill functions like advanced fill, series fill, flash fill, and so on. So let's get started. Let me assign some numbers to the students here. 1, 2, 3, and so on. Now, if the list is very long and it has a large number of records, what do I do here? I can't manually type the numbers. So here come the fill functions. Now, how do I use it? Go to the column, delete the contents of these cells. Then you select the cells, and we would want to have the consequent numbers for all the cells here. So select the cell, and on the Home tab, you'll have the fill function here. This is the icon for fill. Click on it, go to Series, and I would want it to be under Columns, so I select Columns. My step value is 1, which means it will incrementally increase by a single digit, 1, 2, 3, and so on. And I want to do this for the next 13 rows because I have data until the 13th row. You click on OK. Oops, you have to type 1 first, which is the starting number. And you go to Fill, Series, Columns, stop value is 13. Click OK, and it is now filled till 13. Oh, whoops, I asked it to generate an extra number. Or you can also do one more thing. You just type in the first 2 digits, and then you select the 2 cells here. There's a small box you can see here. Go there and you'll see a plus icon. Drag it and then leave it. And then you'll have the series filled here. One more alternative is select the cells to be filled, go to Fill Series, click Autofill, and click OK. Now it's automatically understood the trend and filled the numbers. You can also use these fill functions for months and dates. For example, January, February. So I have 2 months here. And now I'm going to fill in the rest of the months. Select these 2 records, go to this box icon, click and drag, and the months will be automatically filled. Similarly, if we have a date field, click on the box and drag it, and we have the consequent dates. Since the Excel has an inbuilt list of numbers and months and dates, we are able to use the fill functions. If you want to have a list of your own, you can also do that. For example, I have a custom list here. If I want to add it into my list for filling in, select it, File, Options, under General, choose Advanced, scroll down, you'll have to edit the custom list, click on that. Now Excel has inbuilt function lists, like January, February, Sunday, Monday, and so on. So if you want to add your items here, I'm going to add the list here. The range is already selected. Click on Add. Import it. Now your list has all these items. And then you click OK. So now you've successfully added the new list. You can also view it here. The record list has been added. Now let me try the fill-in option. So I'm typing in pen and choosing to drag it. And here you go. You're able to fill in your custom list here. Lastly, let's see the use of flash fill, which is one of the most interesting features in Excel. So I have the first name of a student here and the last name of that student here. I want to get the full name, which is first name and last name put together. So I can use a formula here, which is I can concatenate the string. Like is equal to concatenate my first string, comma, second string, and close the braces. Again, you're not going to get the spaces between the first name and last name. So you'll have to modify the formula again to include spaces between the strings. So Excel also has one more interesting option called flash fill, which will get this full name for you without even having to apply any formula. And now I'll show you how to do it. So I'm going to manually do it for one particular record. I'll take the first record, Max Well. The first name is going to be Max Well. Enter. So I've manually typed the first one. And now I'm going to use the flash fill option. So I'll have to go to the fill option here and click on the flash fill option. Click. There you go. Now you see that without even applying any formula, I have achieved my purpose here. I ended up with the full name with spaces. How is this possible? Excel had learned my previous actions, what I did for Max Well, and then by learning from my previous operation, it's replicated it for other rows as well. There's also a shortcut for it. But rather than going to the fill option here and selecting flash fill, you can use the keyboard shortcut Control-E, which is also going to do the same operation. So I'm just going to select Control-E, and it's given me the full name. So this, I think, is one of the most interesting features in Excel, which can be achieved without even using any formula. You see, Excel learns from your previous operations and replicates them wherever possible. So I'll go ahead and try one more example here. We have student ID here. So let me insert one more column. And I'll show you the fill options for numbers. So the ID is in 3 parts. And I would want the first part alone. So I'll type one record here, 1000, and then use Control-E for flash fill. And there you go. We've got our first 4 characters for all the records here. Similarly, you can apply this flash fill option even to the text present in between the cells. So now I'd want to take out the in-between numbers of all the records. So I'm going to enter 20, which is present in between ID. Again, I'll use the flash fill option, Control-E. And now you can see the records are incorrect. It hasn't picked exactly the middle strings or texts of the cells. So what this means is that you want to replicate the manual typing for a few more records so that Excel learns exactly what data you're picking from the entire table. So I'm going to type in 2 more rows. So the middle phrase in the student ID for record 2 is 30, and the next one is 40. This learning should be enough. So let's use the flash fill option now. Enter the keyboard shortcut, Control E, and now Excel has learned from your previous steps that you want to get the in-between numbers. So accordingly, it has now picked the in-between numbers for the other records. And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.